Rinne-Hatake here, back with another video. And today I got what if Goku was born with Vegito's powers, part 2. Since you guys really enjoyed the last part, and I've only set the like goal for 5 likes, you guys broke that in like 45 minutes, or as soon as it was uploaded, it was almost past 5 likes already. So for today's like goal, it would be over 15 likes. If this doesn't get over 15 likes, I will not continue. But without further ado, let's begin. So, as I've already said in the last part, they haven't heard of Frieza yet, since, well, Vegeta hasn't explained them. Well, Vegeta didn't tell them about it, and they didn't actually know about it until, like, I don't know, King Kai explained it or something. But after Vegeta finally healed, after the month he took to recover, he finally began to speak to the Z Fighters. The first Z Fighter he actually informed was Goku. Goku was the one asking him the questions, and Vegeta finally opened up a little, saying, "The reason why I'm here, Kakarot, was to take the wish of those wishing orbs. Those wishing orbs can grant any wish, correct?" As Goku looks at him saying, "Yeah, but there's a limitation. It can only grant the wishes that are in the power of the ones who created the Dragon Balls. So you can't wish for the whole universe to be wiped out, because that would be way too much power needed to do such a thing." And Vegeta understands this, but Vegeta continues saying, "The reason why is because I needed the immortality to kill the tyrant Frieza. Frieza has ruled over our planet, Kakarot. He has ruled over it and stomped our race and destroyed our planet, killing everyone. Now, there is no one left to save. We only have a few Saiyans left. And Nappa ended up dying. So it's only you and I and your son that's left." As Vegeta explains this whole life story, Goku understands and also explains it to the other Z Fighters. And they somehow or somewhat understand the story, and they need to beat Frieza so that they can take revenge on their race, and just to stop any threat from harming Earth in any way. So Goku thinks and asks Bulma to make a ship to take them to Namek. Well, they didn't know about Namek yet, so they were informed by King Kai through Kami. That's how they know about Namek. So they were informed, and Goku asked Bulma to make them a ship, but Bulma can't really make them a ship because the ship that she could make from Capsule Corp wouldn't be enough to actually take them to Namek. It would take years to make it to Namek, so they'd need an alien ship. And the only alien ship that was available was Kami's alien ship and Goku's ship that happened to be a little busted and broken down, but Bulma was able to use both ships to create one massive ship. It was like Namekian part Saiyan ship. It was still the same big circle Capsule Corp thing, the one in canon, but has Namekian technology and some Namekian features that the Namekians have. So it has some of those features. But besides that, the ship takes a little over a month to make, another month, and in that time, Goku started training even harder with Gohan and Piccolo, since they went inside the hyperbolic time chamber, and that would take they only trained for like one whole day, and Goku has gotten a lot stronger. Just at this point, since he continued his training, even without Super Saiyan, he's at about the level at base. His base power is already around the power level of Super Saiyan 3 times 2. So now with his training, he's at about the level max at base would be at about Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Yeah, at about Super Saiyan 4 Goku not too much of a difference, but still a lot stronger. And well, Piccolo, he also got an improvement, and Gohan also did, working his like strength of like, I didn't know what I placed him at, like 25,000, I reckon. Yeah, I placed him at 25,000 and Piccolo at 20,000. Now they're gonna be increased to a lot higher, to about, I'd say, training a whole year. I reckon they could make it a little over 100,000. So Gohan at 115,000, Piccolo at 110,000. So they're a lot stronger, but with the techniques that Goku and Gohan and Piccolo learned, they can increase their power using multipliers, so they're a lot stronger. Anyway, so they come out of the hyperbolic time chamber after one day, and they actually take another few people inside, so the rest of the Z Fighters do their training inside the hyperbolic time chamber as well, getting a lot stronger, making their power levels at least at about, I'd say, 12 to 13,000. And Vegito actually trains with the humans, since the humans are more closer to his power level after the year of training. But Vegeta still overpowers them greatly, actually. And since he got a Zenkai, his power level is not 18,000 anymore. It's buffed to about, I'd say, 25,000 to 30,000. So he's at about like 30,000, I'd say. 30,000. A lot stronger, but nowhere near Gohan and Piccolo. So for the next day, Goku actually trains Vegeta, and Vegeta gets a whole lot stronger. You know, the Saiyan genetics, and Saiyans naturally get stronger when they train with another Saiyan, and that was quoted by Whis himself, the Angel. But we move from that, and Vegeta gets exponentially stronger, and Goku doesn't actually teach him anything about Kaioken or anything. He doesn't teach him that, but he just teaches him a few basic moves, like to gather energy and stuff like that. Just a few basic moves. Nothing that will grant him a lot of power during battle, but still, Vegeta used this experience and became a lot stronger, leveling his power. It's not a leveling system, but he powered up, and at his max power now is actually above Piccolo, and just above Piccolo at 113,000 with that 1 year of training. I'm not trying to buff him up a little too much, but 113,000 with his max, close to Gohan, just 2,000 behind. But they got their training done, and Goku got the most benefit. Well, actually, the humans and Vegeta got the most benefit, but Goku going in there twice helped him out a lot. But he doesn't really need it since he's already OP, since no one can really match his power anyways. So we move from that, and Bulma has finally finished her spaceship that she's made for everyone. And this spaceship is actually a lot bigger, so that they can actually fit everyone inside. And there's a gravity room. There's two separate gravity rooms because this is a lot larger, so they can split the whole ship in half, and the Saiyans and the Namekian can train on one side, and the humans can train in their own side, because they need to stay at their own pace. If they get a little too hasty, they might die of the gravity training that they do. So they split the ship in half so that the humans can train at their own pace, as I've stated. So they continue their training on the ship, and it takes about a whole week or so to make it to Namek. And during this week, their power levels skyrocket, and the humans actually skyrocket to the level about 60,000. I'd say 60 to 70,000. Tien at about 65,000. Krillin actually overtaking, what's this? Not Yamcha, but Tien actually overtaking, Krillin actually overtaking Tien at 70,000. Yamcha at about 60,000. And Yajirobe and Chiaotzu are actually staying on Earth, since they're not greatly strong fighters, but still. The others, on the other half of the ship, continue their training, and they have gotten exponentially stronger. And Goku remembers to bring the sensu beans, and actually brought a whole lot of sensu beans because they're gonna need it if anyone gets injured. So during this training, they trained a lot and they grew exponentially. Gohan's hybrid potential allowed him to access powers he didn't know he had. So Gohan at this point would be at the power level of 295,000, and Piccolo at about 250,000, since he doesn't have any hybrid potential like Gohan, and he doesn't have Saiyan physiology that allows him to get Zenkais. And Vegeta actually close behind Gohan by 280,000, and Goku at this point, I don't know where to put his power level at. He's times 2 stronger than Super Saiyan 4 with this training, because I can't really label out Super Saiyan 4's power level, but still. We move from this, and they finally arrive at Namek, landing at a nearby Namekian village. And Goku puts his spaceship in a capsule, and they don't really need to search for the Dragon Ball since they don't need to really make any wish. They're here to fight Frieza, so they're not after the Dragon Balls. So Goku puts the capsules away and gives it to Krillin, and asks him to take care of it so they can actually head back to planet Earth. And once they land, everyone, like most people who can sense power, or the scouters of Frieza's army, and Frieza himself, sense Goku and the others' large power level, and their scouters immediately explode as they land on the planet. As Frieza widens his eyes, saying, "Impossible, such power, that might even be beyond mine." As Frieza tells his men, or Zarbon and Dodoria, to look for those people and kill them immediately, as Zarbon and Dodoria bow to their emperor and leave in search for the Z Warriors or Z Fighters. The Z Fighters actually head over to the Namekian village, asking for information, and Piccolo was the one to do it, and Piccolo gathered the information and told everyone what they had to do. Goku understood this, and so did everyone else. And we move from that, and they travel around to other villages and save a few villages that they come across, since they see a few Frieza Force members that are taking down some villages, and Goku is still kind-hearted, so he would naturally take on this challenge, and so is everyone else. And Vegeta is getting soft a little, so he softens up and actually gets a little soft, and likes to help out here and there as well. But we move from that, and when they finally arrive at one of the northern tribes or village area, they actually land where Frieza was, where he was finding the Dragon Balls. And Frieza sees Goku and feels that Goku is the strongest of the group, as Frieza jumps down saying, "You Saiyan monkey and Namekians. Oh, who are these?" As Frieza remembers Vegeta going to planet Earth, and the inhabitants there was called humans, and Frieza begins chuckling, saying, "Vegeta, have you lost to these humans and that Saiyan over there?" As Vegeta scoffs, saying, They got a lucky hit on me, nothing else, or nothing more." As Vegeta powers up to max 280,000, shocking Frieza a little bit, but Frieza's way stronger even in his first form, but he wasn't expecting Vegeta to be this strong, and he got Sucker Punch straight in the face, and Vegeta continues his onslaught of attacks, and Frieza didn't dodge most of them, but Frieza finally had it and transformed it to his second form, overpowering Vegeta. Now Gohan comes in, helping Vegeta out, and Gohan's more useful and stronger, so both of them and their teamwork is very sufficient, but their power was way smaller than even Frieza's. So Frieza continues destroying them, but Piccolo joins in, trying to even out the playing field. But that wasn't enough. The humans tried to help him as well by distracting Frieza, which worked here and there, but they ultimately got demolished as Frieza had to transform not into his third, but into his final form to stop getting berated with such attacks, so he wouldn't actually lose. And now he's in his final form, and he stares down Vegeta and points a finger saying, "Bye bye, Saiyan monkey," as he blasts a death beam at Vegeta, and Vegeta wasn't prepared. So he was gonna take the attack head on, but Goku, well, he looked like he teleported in front of Vegeta, and he swiped that beam away. He swiped it away just like a fly, and now Goku is in the fray, and Goku begins to battle with, well, Frieza, and Goku is suppressed at this point. He powered himself to the same power level as Frieza, 50 million, so he's very suppressed, as you can see. As Goku continues his fight, Goku's just having a little fun, but he still has the somewhat of a Vegito personality, so he knows he has to end things quickly. As he powers up gradually, reaching about 150 million, and Frieza actually has to access his max power, and even that wasn't enough. So Frieza distracted Goku for a split second and blasted at a random Z fighter, and that Z fighter happened to be Krillin. And the big mistake that Frieza made was killing Krillin, as Goku and Krillin were best friends, and Goku seeing his friend die was tragic for him. He awakened a new power that he had never felt before. As Goku powered up to max, which is exponentially high, but that power continued rising as the whole planet shook in Goku's fury and rage. As the planet continued shaking, thunder and the waves of the ocean began rising, and thunder began landing on the land as Goku transforms, and a golden aura was seen as Goku had changed and transformed into Super Saiyan. And this Super Saiyan power was exponentially stronger than everything he actually has in his arsenal. His full power and his Kaioken don't even come close to this power. Because Super Vegito, in canon, they say that he was at least the same or even stronger than Super Saiyan God Goku in the Battle of Gods. So this would be twice that strength. It would be twice the strength of Super Saiyan God Goku, and with the rage boost, it'd be 4 times stronger than Super Saiyan God Goku. And Goku right now is very enraged, and his emotions are taking control, and he begins becoming berserk and just destroying Frieza. Every punch he lands on Frieza just gets blown back by every blow, getting his insides broken, his bones, everything inside his body was destroyed due to all the strength that Goku's putting behind those punches. As Goku goes in for the final attack, punching not Vegeta, but Frieza in the face, grabbing his tail and swinging him straight in the sky, and blasting a Kamehameha wave at Frieza, which incinerated Frieza completely. So there's no Mecha Frieza later on. So Goku defeated Frieza pretty easily, but he's now berserk, and no one can match his power, not even all the Z fighters at this point. But Gohan called out, "Dad! Dad!" as Goku could hear Gohan's voice, as Gohan kept telling him about the good times they had as a family, and Chi-Chi, and all that, and Goku finally was calmed by Gohan's words, and he finally calmed down and transformed back into base. But that power he displayed, Vegeta was in awe. Vegeta stared at Goku saying, "Super Saiyan, you're Kakarot, you're the legendary Super Saiyan." As Vegeta kept repeating this over and over, until he finally snapped out of it saying, "So, an elite warrior such as yourself and the Prince of Saiyans Working under you? That doesn't make any sense, as I should have acquired such power. But Vegeta wasn't truly jealous this time, as he was with, like, Goku and Canon. He wasn't jealous of Goku, but he did feel a little salty about it. But hey, as long as Frieza's dead, they're all okay. And Goku snapped out of it, transformed back, as I've stated, and using that power exhausted him completely, and he was knocked out, and he passed out, and they took him to, like, another village that actually had Dende in it, and Dende healed Goku, and Goku was back to full strength, and he was ready to go, but they collected the Dragon Balls here in Namek, and they actually wished that all the Namekians that died would come back, and they were revived, and that planet Namek would be, like, moved to another spot that is free and hidden, that no one can actually ever find them. And Namek was moved, and their final wish was to actually go back to planet Earth, because right now, even with their incredible high-tech GPS system, they couldn't even track Earth since it's way further away now, since Planet Namek moved. So they wished to go back to Earth, and they landed, well, in actual Capsule Corp instead of a random spot on Earth. So they went to Capsule Corp, basically. And that's how the Namek saga ended for this part. And, well, when they got back, and they started living their lives for a year or two, an unexpected visitor actually showed up, and that happened to be King Cold. And King Cold wasn't happy, but it doesn't matter if he wasn't happy, since Goku eliminated him with one blast. And that was that. And King Cold, he was gone completely. He was incinerated from existence. But another unexpected visitor happened to show himself, and that happened to be Trunks. Trunks showed himself, revealed himself basically. Trunks showed himself to Goku and started asking Goku questions about this and this and that. And Goku started explaining to him that he killed Frieza because he killed Krillin, and I forgot about Krillin. So when they got back to Earth, they actually wished Krillin back to life. So yeah, Krillin's not gonna be dead anymore. I forgot to actually explain that, so apologies for the inconvenience. But yeah, Trunks explained who his father is and stuff. And actually, Trunks is born in this timeline, since Vegeta's on planet Earth already, and he lives at Capsule Corp. And he actually comes, like, him and Bulma get along, not to the best of, like, couples, but they get along pretty well in the end. So they ended up getting a relationship together. So that really ensures that Bulma and Vegeta are actually gonna, like, have a kid called Trunks. And Trunks just wanted to make sure that he was born in this timeline, or else he will never be born. And he's surprised that Goku, since he challenged Goku to a one-on-one, Goku didn't even use Super Saiyan. Goku demolished Trunks even without that power. But even so, Trunks still tried his hardest and still lost. But Trunks told Goku about the heart virus, saying, Goku, you should be careful. There's a heart virus. Well, you have a heart virus. And if you don't take the medication now, or if you don't take the medication, you're probably gonna die. And this and this and that. That's basically that. They basically had a similar conversation to Canon. So Goku this time takes the initiative and takes the medicine. So he inevitably, I don't know how to say it, inevitably cures himself from the heart virus, so he doesn't have that anymore, and he doesn't have to worry about it. But there was a drone watching in the area that happened to see that golden-haired form, and that happened to be a psychotic science mad lad, basically. a scientific mad lad, basically. Dr. Giro. But if you want part 2, remember to, well, get past the like goal of 15 likes. And if you enjoyed, well, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next part. And peace.